Right, Kate.
Hello Andrew, tell me about Videobuilder.
Well, if you're a publisher or an organiser, your problem is that you cannot afford to produce your own video content. A lot of publishers are saying to us at the moment they want video, they want it all over their sites, but at the same time they can't really afford to produce it. So Videobuilder has been created as a way of helping magazine publishers without any IT skills to create their own TV channels to add to their websites, which they can then fill with their own video content if they've got it, curated video content from across the web, maybe from the BBC, CNN, FT, Al Jazeera, whoever it might be, but also sell space in their player to advertisers, add value to that advertising content with PDFs, Google Maps and so on. A very, very simple way for them to then distribute that content through the player, through Twitter, Facebook and so on. The whole player in fact can be added to Facebook, giving publishers another route to market from that point of view. And there are other tools on Videobuilder that allow publishers to do a lot more with their content, such as adding paywalls to their video content, collecting data and leads from people watching their videos, even making content. As I said earlier, making video is expensive, but within Videobuilder are tools that allow publishers to immediately create video, edit it without any IT or editing skills, create webcam video. If it's a news article that an editor of a magazine wants to get out quickly, they can create very swiftly webcam video to put into their player that they can then distribute across Twitter and drive traffic back to their website. So primarily Videobuilder is a way that publishers can create revenue from video in a simple way and also drive traffic back to their websites.
How many people are using Videobuilder?
At the moment 220 odd magazines that range quite widely, really, from sort of consumer titles like Horse and Hound to very, very in-depth B2B titles, medical titles, science technology publishers. We have some publishers in Dubai using it, America, Australia, and so on. So quite a very wide variety. It doesn't really matter what size the publisher is. We work from everyone from IPC all the way down to sort of 1 or 2 man bands.
Can you give me an example of customers or clients that use Videobuilder?
One particular client that we think is using Videobuilder really well is a publisher called Warner's Group Publications. They're I'd say a sort of mid-sized specialist magazine publisher. They have used Videobuilder really successfully to provide a really engaging area on their website full of video content that I think is now, as I understand it, the second most watched and visited page on their website after their homepage. They use Videobuilder across a number of titles. This particular example is Model Railways Live. Obviously it's a specialist title full of with readers who've got a very shared and common interest, and with the Videobuilder they've created a really interesting channel on their site which they've filled with a whole variety of video content. Some of it's video content that's been produced by model railway enthusiasts, some of it's produced by advertisers within the industry such as Hornby, some of it's produced by their digital online editor, and they've even used Videobuilder to curate in a whole load of fun and in some cases quite risque content for what is essentially quite a sort of a unrisky hobby. So on their channel they've got a channel with Best of the Rest. There's a whole load of quite fun content on there of all sorts of amusing sort of railway near accidents. There is a music channel which is really innovative, and their readers have sent in and submitted video content of a whole range of videos with rail related themes, and there must be about 70 videos in there, all sorts of stuff, and they're finding, Warners are finding that the video content watched on their site is now being watched 2 or 3 times more than the equivalent video on YouTube. So it's having a really interesting effect on their traffic, and of course it's helping them generate revenue from their advertised existing video.
And how do users submit video to Warners?
There is a button on the top of each player that is turn on and offable, if that is a phrase, and users can quite simply press the submit a video button. They can then upload content directly into Warner's TV, or in this case Model Railways Live TV. All the content is filtered first in Warner's Videobuilder account, so they can choose which content is appropriate or inappropriate and then add it as they wish. So it's a really good way of generating user-generated video content and filling their sites with fun and relevant content that they haven't had to pay to make.
And how easy is it to use?
Well, it's been designed specifically for editors and for ad sales teams. So we've come at Videobuilder from the point of view that myself, I'm not particularly technical, Richard will vouch for that. Basically it allows the editorial teams to very easily do some pretty amazing things with a video without needing any IT skills whatsoever.
How does Videobuilder differ from streaming platforms?
Well, streaming platforms primarily rely on the publisher, the organizer, whoever it might be, to have their own content to stream. And Videobuilder is actually the antithesis of that, is actually trying to help publishers who can't afford to make their own content bring it in from other sources. So Videobuilder is really a way that they can curate content, whether it's from other sources like, as I said, the BBC, or whether it's allowing readers or anyone in their industries to submit content in and gather in video content from multi-different sources that they haven't had to produce themselves. So Videobuilder, the streaming on Videobuilder is actually free. We're not really interested in making any money on streaming whatsoever. It's not our model. Our model is really about providing publishers with easy ways for them to curate content, to bring it in from other sources, and to really help them make the most of the other content out there, rather than them feeling pressurized that they need to stream their own. We've got lots of clients who have gone out there and bought big, expensive, very impressive streaming products, only to then sit there realizing they have no content to stream. So we're kind of coming at it from the other way.
And in terms of development, have we got any new features that are likely to be added to?
Yes, we've got a number of features. One of the areas we're looking at quite heavily is helping editors find content across the web. So a video alert system that allows an editor of a magazine to have delivered to his or her inbox email of videos across the web that they can then pull into to their player and then redistribute across the web.
And how would we upload video if it was something that we wanted to host or stream through Videobuilder?
Well, there are two ways. Videobuilder is based on sites like Vimeo and YouTube, so allowing publishers to make the most of the free streaming that's out there. We have in some cases some publishers who work in, say, sort of quite sensitive markets like veterinary science, who don't want their content published on the web. So within Videobuilder is an Amazon Web Services streaming system that allows publishers to stream their own content if that's something they want to do.
And how do users create revenue from Videobuilder?
Many of the publishers that use Videobuilder, one of the big problems they have is that they want to make money out of video, but they've all been thinking, oh, pre-roll is going to be the way ahead and so on. But actually most publishers that we work with don't have advertisers with pre-roll content. Unless you're Marie Claire and your advertisers are all Clarins and they all employ big agencies like Saatchi's, most of the publishers that use Videobuilder just don't have advertisers with that kind of sophisticated content. So Videobuilder as a way of creating revenue can be done a number of ways. Advertising sales teams can sell space in their players. So if we go into the live demo section of Videobuilder, here's a player that I've sort of created for the purpose of this show, and advertising sales teams can sell space in their player to advertisers with existing video content. They can sell off channels within their player to maybe bigger advertisers who have got more content, so that one of their advertisers can have multi-videos on their player. They can have their entire player sponsored if they so wish. They can also add paywalls to their video content. So if you're an exhibition organizer and you film some seminar content, you can then add paywalls onto that video content and create revenue from that way. So there are many ways that you can create revenue. Even the submit a video button, which has recently been added, allowing publishers to run video competitions sponsored by an advertiser, and also maybe citizen journalism as well.
And what is the pricing model for Videobuilder to charge their customers?
There's a flat rate that publishers use. It's £249 a month, and for that they can do. There's unlimited amounts of content they can pull in, and plus all the features the Videobuilder has on it.
And is there a contract that needs to be signed?
No, it's a pay-as-you-go. Videobuilder is a cloud product, so it's a pay-as-you-go model, so you can use it as you wish on a monthly basis.
Okay, and what is the website address?
www.videobuilder.tv.